Alright. Hello, everybody. It's been a while since we've done some Ikoria drafting, so I figured I'd get some of that in. Especially with, we've got spoilers for the upcoming core set starting in about 2 days, and the core set itself releasing in about 3 or 4 weeks. So Ikoria drafting on MTGA is going to be moving on to a new set. So I figured, you know what, let's do one more here. We'll do that before we get into Xenoblade tonight. Xenoblade's still happening. I've said Xenoblade happens at 7. We move Magic forward. In the next couple weeks, we'll be doing cubes on MTGO in this spot. I think we've got Pauper or Peasant Cube next week, followed by Legacy Cube the week after. Anyway, but for right now, we have a player draft. We're going to do Ikoria. We'll see where we go. The format has definitely evolved over the last month plus of it existing. The cycling deck has proven to be very, very powerful and reliable with a lot of payoffs. Excuse me. Some mutate cards have shown their large power as well. The Edict one, things like that. So let's jump on in. We no longer get any Godzillas for playing. That ended about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks. I think I ended up getting all but 4 Godzillas, so played a lot of this. Anyway, let's jump on in. Changes on MTGA haven't happened yet until Thursday, I think. Because if I go try and play decks, this is still a legal standard deck here. So that hasn't changed yet. So no changes. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and have some fun here. I've been enjoying this format a lot. I think I would hate it if it was robot drafted, because then instead of like 30 or 40% of your draft being, like, again, the cycling deck is a little overtuned, is probably the biggest part of this format. The problem is, if that were true and we were playing robot draft, everyone would be playing the cycling deck 100% of the time. Instead, you still have a lot of variety and there's still a lot of directions to go. So I've been liking this format, but I can recognize that there are things like, if you see like a Zenith Flare or something like that, pick one. It's pretty easy to be like, okay, let's jump right in on the cycling deck and see what we can do from there. The big thing about the cycling deck is that the cards with cycling 1 are just a little bit too pushed. I don't like this Mythos very much. Reflection is not one of the better cycling payoffs. It's like an okay one. That said, I'm not a huge fan of everything else in this pack. Greater Sandworm is actually pretty cool. One of the more interesting decks is like a green-black Reanimator, and there's multiple ways to bring back the Sandworm. Oh boy. You can't see the... Oh boy. Alright, hold on. Oh, this is very bad. Alright, Obs? Oh boy. But this is my full screen. How could that fail? What? How could this not be working? Oh, god damn it. Hold on. I'm trying... What? Why is it still on the home screen, but it shows... MTGA. Okay. No. How about... MTGO? Is that maybe fine? got? Nope, we got black bars on that one. Hold on. Because that one's got that one has the MTGO black bars that I keep on there for the... So I gotta fix that. Monitor capture... MTGA the 5th time. Arena, you are a giant pain in the ass. Oh, this sucks. Do I have visual for you all now? Alright, you should have visual now. Okay. Okay, what the hell did I pick? I didn't even see any of that. Oh, great. Damn it, I was actually hoping to get into the reanimate deck that was more interesting in my mind. I guess we're gonna do some cycling bullshit today. Okay. Yeah, sure, alright. Because I saw the pick one, whatever. Damn. Alright, let's roll a direction. Snare Tactician is the real shit for this deck. Enforcer wishes it was better. I don't like the Skybonder at all because I've grown to very dislike humans in this format, unless they're very powerfully tied to some sort of like thing like this. Snare Tactician is. Yeah, I might just want to... Alright, well, let's... I like the green here. Let's pick up some Cathartic Reunion. Sup, baby Godzilla. You're fine. I like Cunning Nightbonder, but the Flash deck doesn't have enough going on in this format. You need... Like, there's just not enough good Flash cards for this to function in Limited. Which makes blue-black a little weaker because a number of their cards fit that direction. The better direction is the Baby Godzilla direction. Okay, sure, I'll take that. Sorry, my mind is nowhere near this draft anymore. I'm now sitting here like thinking about why did my obs break so much? We're just gonna have a billion Cathartic Reunions. That'll be fine. Okay. Brain reset. I think the actual thing I need to do to brain reset is just do another draft, but... very sorry about all this. That was not... I did not expect MTGA to break for the 4th time? On OBS? Oh, God. There's a reason I don't stream from this. I don't. Maybe this was just a mistake and I should have just done Xenoblade as normal. That's probably it. Oh, well. Too late for that. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, Abyss, I can't answer that question. I am not I am not competent enough in the behind the scenes of OBS and MTGA to be able to answer that question for you. So, alright. Oh, God, I'm just trying to... Sorry, I'm trying to reset my recenter, and it's just not working. We're gonna have a really bad limited deck, is what I'm saying. This is gonna be a... printer on the circuit. Ah, damn it. Why didn't I think of that? Alright. Damn. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, let's... I just really would love to leave this pack. And then maybe we can recenter on things. Okay. Swallow Hole is really good. We need creatures for that to work, but we can find them. And it is untapped creature, it's not untapped non-human, which makes it even better. I like that a lot, and it works well with some of the bits we already have. Not huge on the green in here. Fertilid's good, Excavation Mole's filler, Bristling Boar's filler, Skyfly Jurafid is worse than filler. This card wishes it was a little bit more powerful, but, like, you need strong ETBs for it to be good. Mythos of Eluna, that doesn't really do much for us. Like me some Fire Prophecy. We didn't end up... I'm going to try and keep with what we have here, even though we aren't... Like, it looks like we're going to be in a kind of failed cycling deck, because that's where our first two picks went. Like Fire Prophecy, that card's extremely good in this format. Go for Blood is also extremely good, because it's a fight spell that's a cycling one, and basically everything with cycling one is playable. Like, flat. No matter what, like, you can play every card with cycling one in your deck. Humble Naturalist is very good. You can push forward some good fours and get things like Exuberant Wolf Bear. Mutates, you can't mutate onto it, but, you know, not as much a problem. Alright, get the Stinger going, that'll be fine. Okay. Maybe we can get some sort of human-based cycling deck going anyway. That's where our cards want us to be, so if we can find some payoffs. The actual problem with the cycling deck is that there's infinite cycling one cards, or like cards you're able to play for the cycling. It's the payoffs that you need more of. So like we need to be able to find more of those. I could probably find just playing the Majestic Auricorn here. We don't have... Oh... What am I mutating onto? Human, cycling that, not playing that, not on that. Maybe it's Keen, but I'm not. What am I putting a counter on with Keenside Mentor either? So, Mudafin, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it a lot. 3-1, yeah, weaponize. Those would also be very good. I'm gonna go with this. Hopefully, we find some more cards to put it on. Blade Banish is fine. This actually is one of my favorite cyclers here. This thing cycles for one. That's a very good card. Let's get more of that going. Escape Protocol, Friendship, Spell Eater Wolverine. Pyroceratops is too expensive. Like, you play this on 4 and it immediately loses in combat to everything. And it takes like 2 spells to be good. I don't like it. Not a big fan of the Wolverine, but I think it's the pick here. Like, it might be okay if we're able to do some... Okay, another one of these. That's good. That's some sort of payoff that I feel fine with. Yeah, the Marmoset's the one we actually want. A Triome? Wow, can I... Not really fixing for anything in the deck. It's that or grabbing one of these Cycling 1 blue cards. Yeah, I think I want the Frostveil ambush over that. Okay, picking up a checkpoint officer. That thing's not great, but it's okay. Wow, actually, let's pick the cycling one card. We play this, but again, I'd rather be cycling thingies. You know, we're trying to, we had some major technical difficulties and I'm trying to overcome them. I think I can safely say I've failed, but I'm trying anyway. That's fine. No, we had major cycle. We had technical difficulties pick our first picks, and here we are. So OBS wouldn't show anything. So yes, Rumbling Rockslide is pretty good too. But we do want more of these playable cards that'll actually do something for us on the board. Divine Arrow's fine, but it's not a creature with cycling 1. Like, I like, the cycling deck is all about having a mass of these. Like, all these are fine. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. It has nothing compared to a card with cycling 1 in the cycling deck. Sure. Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, alright. Peace. I can mutate that without even needing an off color. And you get a CMC or 3 non-creature, which is like another reptilian or something. Maybe even like free memory leak from what? Sure. Channeled Force. Oh, there's a cycling 1, buddy. Stormwild Caprador, the bird goat, is really cool. This is really funny with Divine Arrow. Don't try to fight it, you'll lose. Like, it's a very good card. I'm gonna keep going with getting these cycling picks going so that we can try to make our deck a little bit more consistent. Weaponize looks nice. Ooh, so does... Ooh, these are all looking nice, actually. So we got Weaponize without token generation, so it's not as strong. The thing with Weaponize is that this card with the 2-bit, the 3-1 that makes 1/1 tokens is extremely good. Necropanther is bring back a 3 CMC creature, which a lot of our things are. Go for Blood is a 1-cost cycler. That's also a fight spell. Do I want the reach of that? Let's pick up the Weaponize, so we have one of these. That'll be a good reach card. That's fine. It's the Marshal. Yeah, Sanctuary Smasher is okay. This card is better than you'd think because there are a lot of ways to like go wide with it. Unbreakable Bond is the card I wanted when I was talking about the revival deck, like where you cycle a giant sandworm or a Sanctuary Smasher and then you bring it back with lifelink and it feels really good. Alright, I think we get 2 or 3 real picks. I'll take a Blade Banish for a real card. No, let's get some more cycling 1 in here. There's another Weaponize. We only need 1 of those. Sanctuary Lockdown, Clash of Titans. Infinite of those. Take the Clash. Alright. So this was very much not a deck that I'm happy with. Snare Tactician 2 helps. This is not the direction I was hoping to go. But we'll see what we can audible into with it, where this deck functions and what we can do. Hopefully something like, actually like the Shredded Sails more. Alright, give me my basic land, please. Sure, alright. Alright, so everything out of the deck. So we got Vadrock, that's pretty good. Let's play anything that does have cycling 1. Think we're going to be... Oh god, I only have one Draenei Stinger. Oh god, this is a deck with very few ways to win, isn't it? That's fine. Cycling on that crystal. Rodan's in here, that's fine. Clash of Titans, some Wolverines. U-Cycle. We don't have any token generation. We want you and the Snare Tacticians. Can we play the Auricorn? Like, I only have, like, Splendmare and some Spell Eater Wolverines to really be able to... I don't want the Forbidden Friendship in here. To get in on. Alright. So this thing's sweet because it's gonna mutate and cast like a free memory leak. And that seems pretty rad. So I think we do actually play the Auricorn in here. On that note... Friendship is a non-human, but it also sucks real bad if we're not playing something like Weaponize. Like, it really doesn't fit what I want this deck to be, but we might have to play it anyway. How many lands can I get away with? 15 or 14, probably. We got a lot of cycling, we're only 2 color. Yeah, we got a lot of cycling, we're only 2 color. We can probably get away with 14. Especially like maybe a Cathartic Reunion. Can I fit that Weaponize in here? Is that any good? Feels like it's not gonna... Oh, His damage off the top. Yeah, maybe that's too much. Cut out the Reunion. And then get out of here. This is trying to trick us. We aren't actually playing. Those... You might be wondering, if you're not familiar with this limited format or how the cycling deck functions, Jens, what the hell are you doing with 14 lands in your deck? And the answer is, when your deck contains, like, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards that can cycle, and, like, about 2/3 of those cycle for 1 mana, you can basically get away with the cheatiest mana bases in the world. It's unreasonable. Because, like, you take a look at our deck, these cards right here are literally, all they do is cycle for 1. That's the entire purpose of these cards. They do nothing on the front foot. So, we can't even cast most of them. We might be able to cast Memory Leak off of this. I'm not even including the blue. For Rodan, we're going to be mutating Rodan all the time. No Hero Island. No, I refuse to include the blue. We're not going to be casting Rodan. I found that... So, I've played these a couple times now, where I did include the hero whatever necessary to be able to hardcast Rodan, or the one that can cast from the grave, or... like this entire cycle, Every single time I've included that basic land, it has been a trap. It has actively harmed me. You mutate this card 99% of the time. Anytime you're casting it, you're making a mistake. You are making a absolute honest to God mistake. And you likely made your deck worse by including the blue to be able to cast it. So, like, the fact that this is like an aura sort of in our deck, that's fine. So, anyway, let's go ahead and see how this goes. Cycling. This crystal also is full mana fixing, so that's cool. Yeah. I mean, but for the most part, it's literally just another card over here. Because, yeah, like, this is our... If I take a look at our cycling pile... This is the set of cards that cycles in our deck. Our payoffs are not very good as part of the... is a little bit of the issue. Double Snare Tactician's nice. I wish I had maybe a little bit more of those. Alright. And I'm going to give this deck... What's up? But yeah, like, the hybrid on the mutate means you only have to include 2 of the 3 colors. And you should only include 2 of the 3 colors if you're going away, doing fine with that. So... It does have some plays out. I am not... I'm very unhappy at OBS and Magic Arena for this one. Damn. This is a very good hand if it had the red, but it does not. Okay, this looks fine. We got 2 cyclers. I can throw down... So yeah, let's keep... I'm gonna throw down this thing. And we'll get down Snare Tactician, maybe give it lifelink. We have an Exile. So... Alright, and we're fighting against Gex. Enter the Gecko. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna try and save the cycling on the Splendor Mare. The reason I cycled there is because I do want the... Oh, wow. Alright. That's pretty good timing on that. Yep, I'll put Death Touch on my creature tokens. Sure. Okay, so I can just go ahead and, like, swallow whole this Nightmare. That'll be okay. I can even tap it if they, for some reason, don't attack for 4. That'd be weird and wouldn't make any sense, but I might do it. Do you have a follow-up? A mutate? Like, mutating onto this doesn't make a lot of sense, because your best mutate is the discard, and that's just a 1-for-1 that I'd be fine taking. Alright. Let's go ahead and swallow whole. I'm actually going to... I don't want to do this. I'm thinking about playing the Splendor Mare here. Have Splendor Mare eat it. Snare Tactician get in, leave up a Clash of Titans for later. Also have the Auracorn, which we can mutate onto the Splendor Mare. Yeah, that seems okay. Let's do it that way. So we want to cast you. And then as an additional cost, tap on untap creature control. Tap this one because it can't attack. And we'll get a +1/+1 on our lifelink. Should be a 5/5 vigilance attacking next turn. The reason I like this is that it gives us a little bit wider of a board. Okay. Looks like I'm just going to be casting that Auracorn. That's better than... Oh boy, that's going to suck. At least it's -2/-2, so that's not actually getting rid of anything relevant. Alright, and you might have been wondering, Jones, why did you play 14 lands? Because this is what happens in the cycling deck. There is no such thing as a low enough land count in the cycling deck. It's just not possible. The reason is, sooner or later you see all your cycling cards, and when you cycle through them, you find the non-cycling cards, and the easiest non-cycling cards in your deck by a mile are your lands. So, sooner or later, you just hit all your lands. It's just the way of the deck. So, anyway, we got a 4-4. They're gonna... Yeah, here's Cavern Whisperer. That's fine. We can go ahead and discard a mountain to that. And if they want to attack, I would also be okay with that, because that means they can attack for 6. So, get rid of that mountain. Yeah, we're just going to be pocketing lands for a while. That's fine by me. We're winning the race pretty easily here. Can cycle that to stop that attack next turn. If they put the Edict monster down, I might go for the fight in response instead, because that Edict thing sucks. We'll see. That Edict thing is the most dangerous card in the Mutate deck. It's this, like, 4-6 that, like... So I get to tap the creature, and then we draw land. Again, that's sort of how this works, is that you draw into these lands. Oh, you're gonna make me discard my whole hand, huh? Sure, you want to mind rot me, that's okay. I'm still attacking you for... Sure. I mean, your life total is now 4, so... Yeah, that's okay. No, this is sweet. Ooh, okay. Fine. Our opponent explodes. Okay. Cool. Alright, just take a munch. Good. Good. But yeah, that's the Mutate deck. The Mutate deck tends to, from my experience, have the problem of being over-dependent on one creature, and if you ever find a piece of removal, the game just sort of ends and they can't win anymore. Sure, this is fine. I like the removal in it. My hope is that we find a 3-drop. I can bottom deck a mountain. We have a road on here. If we can find a spell Wolverine, that actually would be really good. Want to hit a 2 with this. Want to just sack back Draxus, hell yeah. Alright, we got some more cycling stuff. That'll do well. Hopefully we can again find something to play on time. That resolves and we'll get summarily beaten down by that. And bottom deck our mountain. Thank you very much. And a Snare Tactician on time. We can't mutate onto it, but we can give it a cycling counter, and we have a number of cycling cards. This is actually a really good one. Shredded Sails. This one gets very usable. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack. See what they do. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No trick, come on. Don't worry about it. There's no way. Come on, confirm the block. Oh, they're thinking so hard on... Yes! Cool. And there's our first strike. Oh! Okay, Daybreak Marshal Squad or whatever. Let's get the Evolving Wild down, and we can get Weaponize the Monsters down. Ship it back. So our opponent's pretty hefty on humans. Let's go ahead and cycle this Memory Leak. Ooh, alright. I want to hold on to the Snare Tactician so I can double. A white source. Ooh, a stinger. That actually is really good too. Go ahead and play that. You know what? No. Vampisaur. You have 5 mana up. I'm not gonna, like, walk directly into that. Thank you very much. Ooh. Yo, I really want that memory leak. Let's attack with the stinger, see what they do. Okay. So I'm fishing for, like, removal or a combat +2/+2 combat trick is what I'm doing there. Alright, so this Spell Eater Wolverine is going to get its double strike on. And then we also can Rodan for memory leak to see what the hell's going on in that hand. And then we'll have a flying double striker. Sure, I'll cycle that, thank you very much. Like, what is going on in that hand? Alright, let's find out. Mutate. Over. And give me the memory leak, please. Cast memory leak. Ooh, we're off color! Ooh! Oh, the beatdown's coming. Uh-oh. Let's get that blood curdle out of there. Ruh-roh. Yeah, okay. We have, like, weaponized lethal, I'll just be able to attack in the air. Checkpoint officer's way too late. I did not expect the off color. Target you. Sack that. Cool. The off color and all humans. Seems like they have a lot of weaponize the humans. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. We're seeing this deck function, which is I did not have a high. Again, I feel like we're playing a very bad version of the cycling deck, but an elf can mutate into Godzilla, but a human can't. You're right. That's how it works. For some reason. Who can say? Off-white. It does help when the opponent has literally 6 unusable cards. It's fine, we have playables. And start cycling spells to get this thing up to 3 pretty quick, our opponent. Alright, good. Maybe they'll give us a target. Okay. Vigilance. That's a good mutate target. Cycle the memory leak because this is castable. I want to get the Wolverine down. I expect that thing to mutate into a 4/4 that makes me discard a card right now. That's my expectation. That's basically what I thought. Okay. Cool. So that's a 5. I'm sorry, your hand's how good? I don't believe you. And here we go. Get that damage in, folks. Bam. Pop. I'm taking my 5. You got it, boss. Okay, no murder me with like a double strike plus a pump or some junk. Activate ability. That white. So the card has reach. I want knowledge. I also want health. I like knowledge the most, though, here. Like, what? What is the... What is... I also like tokens just for chump blocking. That might actually be a little better here. I feel like if I... Alright, let's do this. Give me that memory leak. Play the memory leak. Double ruinous ultimatum, huh? Alright, boss. Oh, God. Uh-huh. Sure. Oh, God. Okay. We're gonna memory leak. One of them. Okay, put him to 5. Don't top deck planes. Don't do it. Oh, God. Alright, boss. That's not a planes. You got problems. I could shred that sail, but, tap your flying blocker? Oh, God. Have you ever just looked at an opponent's hand and gone like, oh, fuck. Like, double ruin his ultimatum. Oh, God. Oh, that's really good. So I love that this deck has access to, like, discard in my red-white deck. No, nobody would expect the double, the second one. Like, first one happens, it's like, alright, I've got this under control, and then the second one shows up, and it's like, fuck. This hand looks fine. Thank you for all the SM skulls. Good to see them all. Yeah, let's cycle that. Let's find some more lands or something. Okay, cool. Forbidden Friendship. That gets me an immediate attack for 1. And then next turn I get a Wolverine or a kill spell on a Naturalist. I'll take either or. I'm gonna put Clash on the bottom. Ooh, that's really good. Yeah, this is really good. I'm gonna cycle this Memory Leak and then I'm gonna cast it off Rodan. And if I don't, I just get a Spell Eater Wolverine and that's still fine. Yeah. Because now I can go on the Wolverine instead. This doesn't do anything. It either draws a card if you have the biggest creature or +1/+1 counters a creature. The beatdown. If their best play was clone my Spell Eater Wolverine, their hand is garbage. Anyway, let's get another Memory Leak. Memory Leak. Another charge, Survivor, and a Horn. No, you can't have that. Thank you very much. Rodan! Rodan rules! Goodness! Rodan just casting Memory Leak all the time. Yo. Did you know that card doesn't go to the exile? It just goes to grave? Thank you, Rodan, for fixing my deck in Pack 3. Oh, alright. I'm glad we've actually gotten things back around. I think we've turned the corner on that. I'm glad about that. This deck sucks, but it rules. Look, I'll just cast Coercion. It's good enough. I don't know. That's how it is with drafting. Hold on, Medion goes 6. Yeah, that's the rule, ain't it? Like, you think it's good and it's gonna be awful, and you think it's awful and it's gonna be... Yeah, I'm greedy. Greed, because I see Rodan and I see a Memory Leak. Greed is good, y'all. Greed is good, y'all. Don't see no problem. The Spell Eater Wolverine is just gonna be on. What? We have 3 cycling 1. That's not a greedy keep. Okay, we get the Shredded Sails if they like go for a Mile Rock or something like that. Oh, nice. That's a good cycler. This is a really good one. I like... Greater Sandworm fits this set super well. So if they make like a mana rock or something like that, I'd play Sails. Otherwise, I'll just cycle twice. It's powerful. Creatures you control, other creatures you control, so it's not like huge on its own. Sure, Evolving Wilds is a bit awkward here. Alright, so we just won't need to use it. Yeah, Wolverine. Wolverine's sweet, because we can always Shredded Sails in combat as a combat trick. Okay, this is probably getting a 4-4 or something like that. Oh, one-sided fight. Sure, that's good. It's fine, I got my Snare Tactician on, and then... Actually, I might just take the Fire Prophecy on this. They seem to actually be pretty committed to the one creature here. Do I want to bottom something? Could bottom that Shredded Sails. I actually kind of like the hand. I'm gonna keep it. You got a trick? Yeah, let's decline. Yeah, we'll just do this right now so I don't forget it. So we got Rodan. Forbidden Friendship to activate Rodan, and we can obviously, again... Like, the cool thing is I have Memory Leak, but if they have no hand, I can Fire Prophecy instead. Yeah, Fire Prophecy is incredibly good. Sometimes Volcanic Hammer gets the job done. Lightning Strike, Searing Spear, all of them... Yeah. Okay, so 5 is where we get to play something irrelevant? Sure. Let's go Snare Tactician, and then we can... Well, actually, if I go Forbidden Friendship, this has Reach? They're probably gonna mutate onto it. What if I go Reptilian Reflection, pass? What if I go Reptilian Reflection in? Let's go Snare Tactician and pass. Okay, tap a creature, draw a card, Memory Leak, nice. This is really good to see, actually. You might be like, well, why do you want that? Well, I've got a Reptilian Reflection. I really want to... Really would like to get that running. Okay. Sure. If I drew a land, it would have been better to do it there. Menace? Yeah, that thing usually has Menace. Probably gonna kill spell and Snare Tactician. Fight. One-sided fight. Okay. Hi. Swing it in, boss. Swing it in, boss. Ooh, that's close. You might go Forbidden Friendship here. Next, then we can Shredded Sails, bring this out to kill off the Girafel. And then we get this to mutate onto with the Rodan. You can even like probably take. No, they have that 7-drop in hand. That's 6 mana. We need to take care of that next turn, or else it's going to be too big. So we need Rodan down next turn. Yeah, come on in. Hey, Manic, we had some initial issues that cost us making our deck weird, but we have since stabilized. Okay. I think they're just going to tap this. There's no way they let me take this block. They have a checkpoint officer. Okay, we're going to take... Sweet, got the land too. No blocks are necessary here yet. That's good, it uses their checkpoint officer. Okay, Rodan. I also have Clash, which is actually really good, but I need to do this now. And I need to take out the Greater Sandworm, even though it sucks that I need to do that. I'd like to kill their thing, but... Like, if they get that 7-drop, I won't be able to beat it. Alright, what's your hand? What's your other card? Ooh! Okay, Swallow Hole. Okay. So, Clash of Titans is going to do a lot of work here. Check this out. It's going to be super fucking good. Like, you won't even believe how good Clash of Titans is, alright? Yeah, put a +1/+1 counter on your Girafit or something. Actually, it's got to go on the Tiger. Okay, so now I can't kill both, but I can kill this. That should be okay. Okay, now I need a Cycler. So I can Clash of Titans to kill off the Ferocious Tiger. I might have to do that. They're empty-handed. Any draw we have is really good. We needed like one. Basically, we need to draw into cycling cards, and then we're fine. That 1/1 counter sucks. I'm gonna see if they're gonna use that checkpoint officer. So if it didn't have the counter, we'd be able to kill it right here, but instead we're gonna take 4. The reason I'm taking 4 is that if we get the Reptilian Reflection and... Okay, I need to draw cycling. Okay. Might be good to play, but I do need this on, so... That's the entire point of Clash, that's why it costs 5. Normally fighting your creature versus theirs is a 1 mana cost ability. The reason it costs 5 is so that it can do that sort of thing. Alright, so they're going to tap down my Snare Tactician. This is still fine. We'll pass. Snare Tactician should be able to save my life. And, like, they basically can't go to combat, so... 22. It's going to be hard to break this down. If I can draw maybe my, eating. If I can eat that, that'd be really good. That's what auto pass means. Come on, game. Draw, eat the food. Again, this is where lands are very bad for us. They stop this, like, cycling chain. That's a super good cycler. What are you doing? Yeah, that's right. Whoa, okay. Oh shit, oh shit. I can't go face, right? No, but it can hit anything. Okay. Yeah, 2 to a creature, so that means the Wolverine gets it real bad. No, I can't put the lifelink counter there. Yep. So if they draw a Cycler, that's very bad. We lose our Wolverine. They get to draw a card, they gain life, etc. Ouch. Ah, the worst. That sucks real bad. They should kill my 1/1, I think. Maybe. We'll see. They even know it too. Okay. Again, another Cycler. Worst case is just another Cycler and another knockout. So I have to target a creature before this turns on, so I can't give this lifelink unless it was already on first. I don't have the ability to do that. I'm not giving it to the Wolverine because the Wolverine is too weak. However, with this having lifelink, we might be able to actually stave off an attack and gain some life. Or I might be able to press with it. So. Okay. They don't have the mana anymore for cycling, plus that activation. Yes, I want that on, and I would like to draw a card, please. Oh, God. So dangerous. If we can get the second reflection down, that'd be nice. Drawing 2 lands ends this immediately. Oh, my God! Whoa, no! Oh, we're boned! Oh, no! Rip in peace! Okay. So, we definitely got outplayed there. Main deck Hope's very good, actually. Like, as a one-of. It's my favorite 23rd in this format. Them drawing into the Cycler, into the killing my blocker, into that's a little, well, what can you do? We were fighting downhill, or, you know, from the low ground most of that game. Ah. Yeah, this looks sweet. Keep. Yo! Ah, crap, y'all. That's the power of the Keyblade. We are gonna cycle this. I don't care about the 1 life. Hey. And now we get a better draw because of that. Stinger on 2. Yeah, no 1-drop. They probably have a ramp. This is probably a humble naturalist. Sucks, but what can you do? Like, it's way too good not to be there. Fight me. Yeah, you can't afford to block. If you lose your naturalist, you can't play your 4. Like, they can't afford to block. Because their deck is only even cards, they have no 3s. So this is very, very necessary for them to not lose, is to have that on the board. Okay. Oh, whoa, that's a weird feeling. You ever feel like your body is just, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm gonna stop on their upkeep. Everything's shaking, and after this I'm gonna grab myself a water, because I think what I'm gonna do. Tap that? Yeah, it's on lifelink. We're going offense here. Sweet. Alright, so the reason I have a stop on their upkeep. I want to tap their mana. If they don't have a fourth land, they're not getting a 4-drop. Here we go. Look at that stack. How many? Okay, tap creature. Let's just hit resolve all things. Damage. Draw a card. They draw a card. Tap. They take a damage. We draw a card. Okay. Go. I actually want that Auricorn out there. So we can't mutate it. These are both humans. I can play Gyruda next turn. That's very scary. I'm gonna play the Auricorn. Alright, they're just gonna Gyruda here. That's what I do, it's just Gyruda. Like, it'll easily get them 2 bodies. Yeah, it's the best play by a mile. Alright, what gets milled? Yeah, the rules change isn't in until, okay, so... Titan's Nest off theirs. Oh, God! Sure, you got it, boss! Okay, I guess this is on. Ouch. That sucks. Sure didn't like Gyruda being 11 power and 11 toughness. Creatures, so yeah, alright, and then we drew, oh god, we draw land off it. Whew, that's bad. We need some cycling really bad. Like, I need to be able to cycle to just tap their team for a while. That's how we win. Okay, the... Unexpected Fangs being gone is nice. That's a lifelink trick. Oh yeah, creatures. That's still the best thing they had access to over here. Damn. That was the only thing they could have taken too. Because they hit Swallow Hole, Forbidden Friendship, Splendor Mare. Okay, any cycling card's really good because it starts snare tacticianing, and we can start snare tacticianing down their blockers. I don't know what you're doing with that. I'm doing this. Ah, a blocker. Sure, cool, whatever. You're probably not attacking with anything but maybe the Lava Serpent. I'll take 5. Because like a chain of cycling cards ends you. Okay. Okay. They get to activate the Parcel Beast every turn, and that's just draw a card and put a land into play if it's a land. The only life gain they have right now is the Parcel Beast. Hey, it's Edict time, everybody. Hell yeah. It's the most annoying mutate card. Edict time. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of Spell Eater Wolverine, I think. I think the Auricorn does more to hold things off. Hell, Spell Eater's actually a bit more relevant. If I draw a way to gain flying, that's game, right? I'm thinking, then they can come in with the Parcel Beast, and I don't want them gaining life. We'll go like this. Again, I think attacks out of them are all very premature. They basically need to mutate 2 more times before there's anything they can attack with. If I get my draw, I get to Swallow Whole or Memory Leak. Wow. Okay. I guess we'll lose the Aura Horn next, because we need Snare Tactician plus Stinger to bring it home. They're just... This is draw a card every turn, so they're infinite gas. That's bad. Them gaining life is pretty bad for us. Means my reach is a lot lessened. Again, I just need to draw another couple cycling cards in a row. Like, that's our out, right? It's just infinite. Weaponize ain't enough. Weaponize is very bad right now because they gain too much life. Weaponize we need to draw after, like, I hit them for some combat damage. Yep, there goes our Auricorn. Which means they're going to go to combat here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep, there goes the Auricorn. So we take... That's fine. So again, I need to draw 4 cyclers in a row? Well, let's start. Let's, Tap the Honey Mammoth. Alright, let's, That's not happening from here. Very unfortunate. Because I think we just lose in combat this turn, right? Like, there's no way they don't just kill us. If they attack all out, I'm forced to double block and I take 12. If they have any way of removing any creature at all... Yep, they figured it out. Okay. Uh-huh. Interesting. You gain 2. I'm not gonna even put anything in combat. Sure, that has hexproof. And I lost my last non-human. Alright. Yeah, let's move on. Needed Rodan about a turn or 2 ago, when I still had things to mutate onto. Alright. Okay. 4 wins is, I think, 3 more than I truly expected out of this deck, so very happy with where we're at. Let's see if we can keep this rolling. This looks good. This looks fine. I actually like this a lot. We have the Snare Tactician. We've got some Cyclers. Yeah, free 11/11 because the Garuda was not in their deck either. So yeah, let's keep this. I'm still gonna Evolving Wilds for a red. I don't want to be caught off on that Snare Tactician unable to be used. Okay. And we have double red in the deck. Like so. Okay. We get our healer. Healer's the worst of the 2. Stinger's way better than healer, but, you know, you play what you got. Cycling from them. Maybe they've got nothing to go. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have a bunch of cycling 1 things. This has haste, right? Alright, now let's try to get that haste going. That should be really fun. Come on, 4-drop with 3 toughness. 3 toughness. 3 toughness. That's 4 toughness. Who cares? Here's a bunch of abilities on the stack. Take action. Attack you for half your life total. Oh, this is, we are rolling out now. This is a human, by the way. If that were not a human, I'd be a lot more afraid. But no, they have to actually play the Cavern Whisperer. Uh-huh. Tap that blocker. Take action. Uh-huh. The beatdown. Good. We finally got to use Reflection in our deck. That's a first. Well, like, we had it in the last one. We had it in a couple games ago, but it was on the defense, and it wasn't working very correctly against that 4/6. For obvious reasons. You might know why a 5/4 might not work against the 4/6. Yo, this hand looks familiar. This hand looks real familiar, y'all. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, keep. Extreme keep. Turn 1 Weaponize, turn 2 Stinger, turn 3 Tactician, cycle. Yeah, you can gain your life. Let's get Weaponize out early, because I don't want to cycle when I've got the Stinger in hand. Boot Nipper, that's fine. That's even better, because they chose the Death Touch side of it. I don't really care about the death touch side of it at the Mo. I care about the life gain out of them. They're not really attacking. They're playing a dead weight? Sure. Okay. Hopefully we draw a third land. If we don't, we probably just... That's actually really good. Yeah. Okay, so they... I'm guessing 4-4. Mutate into a 4-4 to make me discard. I will block the second that gets in combat. This is mutated into a 4. Oh boy, mutated into a 4-4 that picks up a dead weight. Shit, that's way better. Okay. So they can deadweight the non-human, which is what they should do. That's incorrect. That's super wrong. That can't be a right play. That can't be your... That is an incorrect... Come on, don't give me that. You were supposed to deadweight and then mutate that on. And then you deadweight back. Playing this out is a very... come on. No blocks. Go 2-3. Don't you worry. Everything's fine, I say. Don't worry about it. Why are you playing those? Well, I'm super dead here. Doesn't actually matter what our opponent's doing when we have a thing like that. Anyway, we end this on 5 wins. That'll be sweet enough. Let's block there. That's still fine by me, taking this to a good 5-3. This deck did not deserve 5 wins, let alone 3. So, feel quite good about that, especially against that Ruinous Ultimatum player. That fucking ruled. Alright, we get our entry back plus 100 plus 4 packs. Take some wild cards. Good on it. First. I like Parcel Beast a lot. It's a good card draw and a good body. Alright. Yeah, this is another one of the, like, payoffs you want to see. Hey, Garuda. So on Thursday is when all the changes that happened yesterday are going to be implemented. For those who don't know, there's a blanket change to the companion mechanic as of yesterday because of, whoops, it's too strong. They're adding a 3 mana cost. Like, you can't cast companions from outside the game. You rather have to pay 3 to put in your hand as a sorcery. So, like, you have to pay an extra... Basically, there's an extra 3 mana tax that you have to pay at some point to be able to play your companion. It's not an elegant solution, but something is necessary with how companion is busted. 8th card is pretty damn good. So... no, there's no change on Arena. You don't get refunded or anything for it. I mean, you don't have a reason to own 4 copies of Gigantha or whatever, right? So like this isn't Legacy. You might own 4X Gyruda for a Gyruda deck, but there also are 2 bannings, and you get full refunds for those. Those are, let's just go into a game quick, and I can show off one of them. I've got a little bit of time here. I said I was going to go into Xenoblade at 7. I might start a little early, but alright, sweet. Are you ready to see why some cards got banned? Okay. I'm gonna go with Aelios because it doesn't die to Omen of Fire. Alright, so Agent of Treachery was one of the 2 bans. And, this deck is one of the reasons why. I'll sack my 3-drop and go grab my 4-drop. Hi, how you doing? My name's Winota. Attack with 2 non-humans. I'll take Charming Prince. Scry. Bottom. Oh, alright. We will just take our free Charming Prince. And then next turn we get to do it again. Five attackers, and then 3 Winota triggers, and here's a Charming Prince. Scry a couple, put the Hanged Executioner on the bottom. Here's some Aelios. I haven't gotten a single Agent of Treachery here to keep them off Wrath of God, so they're gonna Wrath me next turn. But, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, so the real thing this deck does is cast Agent of Treachery off that like 3 times. Here comes Shatter the Sky. Uh-oh, that's not Shatter the Sky. Ruh-roh. Alright. There's our Winota triggers. You can have a 1/1 counter. Yeah. Oh, there they all are. Hi. Let's steal that Plains. Decline. 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 Charming Prince. Exile another creature you own. That one. So, Agent can steal lands, and that's basically what it does, is it's dumb as hell and steals your lands. Agent is one of the 2 banned cards. Fire is the other. I feel slightly vindicated. Oh, wait, I can't. What? What? Hold on. I don't believe you. New? Whatever. The other card that's banned is Fires of Invention. This card lets you cast 2 spells a turn for free, as long as the spells cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control. The problem is, it just gives you double mana, and then, like, there's a number of cards that let you get triple mana out of it, and the biggest thing is it very much restricts what they can print as far as cards, because it bypasses mana cost. So, like, you know, you can't have a card just cost, like, red, 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 red. You know, Fires doesn't give a shit about that. It just casts it. And then there's a number of ways that you can spend your mana. I can't spell Kenrith. What if one of your 2 spells was Kenrith and then you just gain a bunch of life? Or you haste your team, or it's Cavaliers and you haste your team, or it's, you know, this is some of the older stuff that the deck did. But the silliest thing that it did these days is that Yorion, as a companion, when it enters play, exile any number of non-land permanents you own and bring it back end step. So as your second spell, you exile the Fires, and now all your mana's there, and you can just cast spells, and now you get 3 spells on your turn. Anyway. So, anyway, I think that's about it for now. I'm going to go ahead and swap over to Xenoblade. Hope you all enjoyed the draft here. We're going to start a little early on Xenoblade. Hope you're all ready for that. We're going to take a short break in between, bring the stream down for just a minute while I go grab myself another drink. Thank you for coming for Magic. Subscribe for Cool Skulls and Slimes. That's the one. But yeah, Xenoblade starting directly after this. We're just going to go ahead and move right into it. It's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes for me to set up. So, see you on the other side of that. Thanks for joining.